I was 600 meters high, operating a tower crane. I saved everyone in the building, but the manager took my whole bonus and kicked me off the site. All because I noticed wind shear, the instruments missed and stopped work for 30 minutes.
No alarm means no wind. Don't act like an expert with me. You're delaying the project. Can you afford the cost?
He thought hiring a compliant rookie would get him his bonus, but he didn't realize he'd just pulled out this building's only safety fuse. Within an hour, the high winds arrived. The crane's main arm was near breaking, 15 tons hanging over Chairman Lin's head. Zhou was so terrified he wet himself. Meanwhile, I was in my pickup truck downstairs, counting the $20 million I just received. He ran down like a madman and knelt before me, begging, "Manager Zhou, you thought 20,000 was too much. Can you afford the $5 million rescue fee?" 600 meters high, the crane cab.
Old Zhao, are your hands shaking?
Why did the hook stop? Lower it right now.
It's 10 tons. The core component for the main building's topping out. Do you hear me? Are you deaf? It's Friday. The big boss gave a strict order. Before dark, this needs to be in place and finished. The bonus is $300,000. If this stops me from buying my new car, you'll pay for it.
300,000. That's why this mad dog is barking so hard. I didn't budge, glancing at the digital wind meter in the corner. Green light shows a level 4 wind, perfectly safe for work. But I knew that expensive imported German computer was lying. The moment the cable lowered, the crane body beneath me gave off a faint, yet highly abnormal vibration. After 30 years in a crane, my bones know wind better than sensors. That's a hidden wind shear from the urban canyon effect, cutting across like a knife, aiming right for the blind spot. This kind of wind, sensors can't find, but in seconds it can turn 10 tons of steel into a lethal, wrecking pendulum.
Old Zhao, 2 imported concrete pump trucks have been idling for half an hour. The mortar in the pipes is about to harden. If you don't unload now, thousands of dollars of material will be ruined. Can you pay for that?
Wind shear, I can't let go. Force it, and if that steel goes out of control and hits the load-bearing wall, the building is finished.
Bull. I'm watching from the ground. Even the leaves aren't moving, and the sensor is fine. Stop making up wind shear. Do you think your hands are better than a computer? I'm counting to 3. Drop it, or you're fired. 3, 2.
Instead of dropping, I firmly pushed the emergency brake lock button. With a sharp click, the 10-ton steel dragon was locked tight 570 meters high, frozen in place. A deadly silence fell over the sky. I was waiting for that invisible, undetectable gust to pass. Manager Zhou, an accident here will ruin dozens of lives. This wind isn't right. We must wait.
Shut up. I'm ordering you. Lift it now. Fine, old man. Just you wait.
Manager Zhou, the pump pipes are blocked. The mortar dried inside.
Thousands of dollars in materials wasted. We'll have to cut the pipes open.
The owner is calling and yelling, demanding why the building isn't finished.
I know that his $300,000 bonus is slowly vanishing along with the drying concrete. A full half-hour passed, when suddenly a fierce crosswind swept across the 600-meter-high sky without warning. The massive tower crane instantly made a screeching sound of twisting metal. Even the glass in the cab shook violently from the wind. But because I locked the brakes in advance, that 10-ton steel keel only swayed slightly in place without any fatal swinging. I felt the vibration frequency as the tower stabilized, then skillfully released the brakes and pushed the lever. Alignment complete, ready to unhook. I saved this building and the lives of dozens of workers below. But I know that once I take the service elevator down to the ground, what awaits me won't be gratitude.
Did you waste 30 years of your life? Just for your intuition, you stopped for half an hour. The pipes burst. And the concrete is ruined. Adding in the project delay, the loss is over $50,000. My $300,000 completion bonus is ruined too.
If I didn't stop, that wind gust would have smashed the keel through the load-bearing wall. If you had lost your life, how would you buy your new car?
Stop scaring me with that. If the alarms didn't go off, there was no wind. You did this on purpose, didn't you? Fine. This isn't over. Settle the bill. Calculate what we owe this old geezer now.
Manager Zhou, Master Zhao's salary for this month, plus the unpaid balance is $28,000 in total.
Haha. Pay in full? He has the nerve to ask for money. Since you caused a major construction accident, I'm deducting $8,000 for equipment swap fees and fines for material damage. Settle the remaining $20,000, then tell him to get the hell out.
Manager Joe, that's too much of a cut. Old Joe's family.
Whoever says another word can leave with him.
My hard-earned money from months of grueling work. With just a few words, he slashed most of it away.
Take your $20,000 and get off my construction site now. Lowly laborers like you, who are only good for pulling levers, really think you're something special. Without me, you wouldn't even have a meal.
He thought I'd be furious, that I'd make a scene, or that I'd even stay to keep this high-paying job by kneeling and begging him. But I didn't. I didn't even blink. No anger, no explanation. Manager Joe, I hope your nephew knows which way the wind is blowing.
Stop putting on an act. Xiaowei, get up there and crank up the speed to the max. Get the progress back on track now.
All right, Uncle, it's just about shifting a few gears, isn't it? Look how worked up you are.
Hello, is this old Liu? The money is all here, exactly $20,000.
Yes.
Correct. Let's meet at the Industrial and Commercial Bureau. Our special high-altitude rescue company can be officially registered today. I'm not making a scene, because those who are gone don't need to argue. Zhou Jian held back my money. It's not just my main capital, but a gift for him, and that arrogant ragtag group. I'm paying for their ruin. The tides are definitely turning. Zhou Jian thought that by using $20,000, he was getting rid of a common beggar. He thinks he can easily pocket that $300,000 bonus. But he has no idea exactly what it was that he handed over to me.
Old Zhao, the business license and high-risk operation permits are all ready. The extra fees for the expedited processing spent every single cent.
Old Liu is the top wire, rope, and rigging expert in the city. Since he refused to use low-quality steel cables, his last job site kicked him out. Next to him are Old Li and Da Meng. One can identify hydraulic pump failures with his eyes closed, a genius electrician. The other is a structural engineer fired for refusing to sign off on bad blueprints.
That scoundrel Zhou Jian will fail sooner or later. Old Zhao, even though we've set up shop, we've got nothing to our name. Where will we get orders?
It's not sooner or later, it's today. And besides, the orders will find us soon.
Brother Zhao, please get away from here. Better yet, leave this block entirely. Zhou Jian has lost it.
Get to the point.
Right after you left, Zhou Jian put his nephew Xiaowei into the operator's cab. To rush the schedule, Xiaowei pushed the lift and rotation speeds all the way to the max. Even worse, Chairman Lin is with over 10 investors worth hundreds of millions, and they've all entered the 550-meter glass observation deck. Zhou Jian wanted to suck up to them, so he had Xiaowei lift that 15-ton core dragon beam directly up, suspending it right outside the glass window, saying he wanted to give them a lucky topping out ceremony photo backdrop.
What about the wind speed alarm? The wind sensors up there should be screaming.
Disconnected. Zhou Jian thought it was too noisy, disturbing him briefing the big boss over the radio. I only asked the electrician to pull the alarm plug. Brother Zhao, I couldn't stop them at all.
"15 tons of weight, hoisted to the max gear, and suspended outside the glass wall."
Did you really think a fancy electronic anti-sway system could beat the laws of physics?
Zhou Jian's amateur squad is about to collapse. Get to work.
Brother Zhao, hanging 15 tons at 550 meters, one gust of level 7 wind, and the torque will snap the tower's bolts. Those investors are dancing on the edge of the grave.
This isn't a level 7 canyon gale. Once it forms and rushes in, the gusts will instantly exceed level 9. The anti-sway system has a 3-second delay. Those 3 seconds are enough for that keel to become a wrecking ball and smash the deck to pieces.
President Lin, executives, Look out the window. Our cloud center's core anchor pillar will be in place shortly. Look at the speed and stability. It's all top-tier tech.
Manager Zhou, this is much faster than before. If the ceremony goes smoothly at the topping out, I'll personally chip in $500,000. I'll give your team a massive reward.
Thank you, Chairman Lin. Thank you, Chairman Lin. Xiaowei, did you hear that? Stay steady and show the bosses what you've got.
The wind has started blowing.
You really think Zhou Jian's amateur crew will collapse today?
His nephew, Xiaowei, operates that crane like a race car. He only cares about speed, knowing nothing about metal fatigue, and even less about high-altitude air currents. For that $300,000 bonus, he will definitely try to force the core keel up. With a 15-ton weight, and the current wind speed signs, the tower crane's main arm bolts are already groaning.
Uncle, the wind suddenly picked up. The alarm. Why isn't the alarm going off?
What are you shouting for? Chairman Lin is watching right here. Ignore the alarm. Keep it steady. That keel is swinging too much. Don't let it hit the glass.
Master Zhao.
Where is Zhou Jian?
Manager Zhou. Manager Zhou is on the ground. Command is down. His nephew is up there and has passed out from fear. All I hear is crying over the radio. Firefighters arrived. But with this height and wind speed, they say they can't get up there.
Did you bring the contract? Come on, let's meet the man who was nearly crushed, Chairman Lin.
Xiaowei, move. At least pull the clutch cable. Chairman Lin, I've made a mistake. I really didn't know the wind would be this strong. Old Zhao, Brother Zhao, please, save me. Go up there. You must have a way, don't you?
Manager Zhou, didn't you just say a laborer like me would starve without you? Well, I'm not your worker anymore. Chairman Lin, I am Firmament Rescue's Zhao Ping'an. That crane could collapse any time, and the keel will smash your glass in 30 seconds. If you want to live, look at the fax machine.
$5 million. Zhao Ping'an. If you can make that thing stop, I'll give you $10 million, right now.
I don't need 10 million, just 5 million. In that 5 million, there's the $8,000 you just docked. The rest is the markup for your miserable life.
Old Zhao, the power is out. It's 600 meters of climbing.
Then we climb. I've waited a lifetime for this deal. Zhou Jian, watch closely. You used $20,000 to humiliate me. Today I will take this $20,000 from my startup, and right before your eyes, I will swallow up more money than you will ever earn in your life. Zhou Jian always used to say that a person like me has a head filled with nothing but the rust of a bygone era. He worships automation, that industrial illusion where everything is done by pushing a button. But I know, at 600 meters up, the true God isn't a computer, it's physics. The tower crane's ladder has become my private battlefield. Dameng and Old Liu are below for support, tasked with monitoring wind data on the building side. As I press against the cold metal frame, the gale howls in my ears like a wild beast. With every step I climb, the tower structure, under the intense wind, gives a series of violent groans.
Old Zhao, at 570 meters, the wind speed has exceeded 28 meters per second. That's a level 10 gale. The swing of that keel has now surpassed 15 degrees. The crane's main hoist cable is showing severe metal fatigue. It's twisting.
Understood. When he practiced on the simulator, every parameter was perfect, but the electronic screen in front of him, due to the violent shaking and sensor overload, has gone completely black.
Stay steady for me.
But the more he tries to handle it, the wider the keel swings. This is a resonance effect from physics. Xiaowei's operating frequency just happened to match the high-altitude turbulence.
Uncle, help me! The machine is stuck. It won't stop.
Chairman Lin, along with those usually all-powerful big shots, were now pressed tightly against the wall. The blast-proof glass, supposedly strong enough to withstand an explosion, shattered into pieces as the shadow of 15 tons of steel loomed over it.
Zhou Jian, you jerk. I told you to stop. Stop now.
Chairman Lin, it won't stop. The system is locked out.
He knew that if this crash hit, his life would be completely ruined. Not only the $300,000 bonus, but he would spend the rest of his life behind bars. Just then, I had already climbed to the platform outside the cockpit. The wind was so strong I could barely open my eyes. I could feel the steel structure trembling beneath my feet. Those are tower bolts, the final cry for help after reaching their stress limit. The room is filled with a pungent smell of urine mixed with engine oil. Xiaowei is curled up under the console, hands over their head, like a frightened rat. Get out. I don't need to look at those failed dashboards. I close my eyes, sensing the vibrations beneath me, and the feedback in my palms, mapping out a clear physical diagram of forces inside my mind. I can feel it. The crane's main arm is tilting left. That's the massive centrifugal force from the keel swinging to its highest point. If I brake hard now, the steel cable will snap within 0.3 seconds. It'll be fatal. The keel will smash right through the observation deck.
Old Zhao, Master Zhao. It's no use. The computer is locked down, and the manual gear is jammed.
Shut up. You fools who blindly trust algorithms. You think control comes from calculations. It's about sheer grit. But I'm telling you, in high altitude, control means compliance. This swing amplitude is larger than ever before. It's like a massive iron fist with the power to ruin everything. And at the exact moment the keel swung to its highest point, I shoved the hoist lever forward, the one I should have pulled back. I didn't just decline. I let it go. I used the $20,000 Zhou Jian docked me to buy my way into this company. Now, I'll use these 15 tons to trade for my absolute freedom. The wind is coming. At 580 meters up, the wind doesn't just blow, it hits you like a sledgehammer. Sitting in the cab, the operator's seat beneath me shakes violently dozens of times per second. That's the crane's main arm, signaling it's at its breaking point.
Old Zhao, are you crazy? Drop the hook. Do you want someone to get hurt?
He's a securing expert. He knows exactly the moment the keel swings to the highest point, what releasing the hook implies. In normal operations, it's called suicidal force release. Even 1 centimeter off, it would be a total fatal crash, but I ignored him.
Ping on. Are you crazy? Stop now.
With my calloused hands, I steadily pushed the joystick, eyes locked on what's outside, the mountain-like 15 tons of swinging steel.
Chairman Lin, get down. Get down now.
The cable I let out worked. The cable that was pulled to its limit and about to snap, due to this sudden slack, gave the keel a downward freefall. The momentum was no longer rushing forward. Those 15 tons of iron were no longer a side impact collision. Instead, following my preset physical trajectory, it suddenly dropped significantly.
Three centimeters is worth $5 million, and it's their life.
Wait, it stopped.
Zhou Jian, your $300,000 bonus is mine now. He wanted to curse, but found he had lost his voice entirely.
Zhao, Master Zhao, the contract. Chairman Lin just said if you stop, the contract starts immediately.
This kid just wet himself. Xiao Wei, remember this feeling. When you're up this high, you can only rely on your own grit. All those shortcuts your uncle taught you won't save your life.
President Lin, are you all right? The rescue team is heading up now. That Zhao Ping'an guy is a fired employee of our project. What he's doing is a violation. President Lin, don't.
Zhou Jian, shut your mouth. Just now, when you unplugged the wind alarm's power, I was standing right behind you. I've signed the contract, and the lawyers have gathered the evidence. Now take your nephew and get off the site. Don't let me see you again.
Sitting there in the driver's cab, listening to the verdict over the radio, I didn't feel the joy I had imagined. I just looked at myself, looking at my hands slightly trembling. For these $20,000, I've waited for so many years. Zhou Jian used to call me scum.
You're just a laborer on a lever. You're just total scum.
Now, this simple laborer used the money stolen from me, in front of the richest man in the city, to crush him with my own hands.
Old Zhao, the big boss, wants to see you personally. Our company is a hit.
I crushed my cigarette and stood up. One last look at this cramped, sweat-filled cabin. Boys, time to work. I knew from that moment that my name, Zhao Ping'an, would no longer be carved into some cheap payroll sheet, but rather etched into the clouds of this city.
Manager Zhou, Chairman Lin wants you here now, to explain in person why the tower crane's safety system was physically cut.
I got off the crane and took the elevator to the 550-meter deck. The elevator doors opened, releasing a wave of freezing air, followed by dead silence. In the observatory, a dozen moguls who hold the city's lifeline sat there looking miserable on expensive leather sofas.
President Lin, I really didn't know Xiao Wei would mess up. I was just trying to keep us on schedule. I wanted that $300,000 bonus. No, I mean for the sake of finishing the building.
Master Zhao, that move you just pulled, few in this country can pull that off, Zhou Jian said. You're just a laborer who pulls levers, but the way I see it, you're the pillar of this entire project.
Craftsmen look at life, while capitalists only look at money. Chairman Lin, if it wasn't for Zhou Jian shorting me $20,000, I wouldn't have registered this rescue company. In a way, I actually should thank him. When Zhou Jian heard that, he looked up at me suddenly, his eyes filled with regret and despair. Only then did he understand why I left so decisively. I left so decisively not because I was a coward, but because I knew this makeshift crew of his wouldn't survive the day. I'm using his own money to finish him.
Zhou Jian, for $300,000, you almost cost me $3 billion. From now on, you're fired. I'll have you blacklisted by the whole industry. Not only will you rot in prison, but for the rest of your life, you're banned from construction. Here's $1 million beyond the contract, my personal gift of thanks. Further, a Cloud Center. For all future precision hoisting and high-altitude maintenance, I'll only trust your Kangqiong company. President Zhao, are you willing to take this job?
As long as the pay is right, 600 meters up in the sky, I am the rule.
Old Zhao. Wind speeds have exceeded 25 meters. A vortex is forming. The pressure differential on the side of the building doesn't look right.
Old Liu, stabilize the console. Don't move a muscle until I get there. Wait for me. The 15-ton core girder outside the window is currently in a state of extreme danger. Though my previous move stopped it from hitting the glass, now, as the urban winds pour in, the girder has begun swaying in a small figure-8 motion. This is a typical vibration induced by a Kármán vortex street. If we don't intervene, this small swaying will quickly turn into massive resonance, snapping the crane's main arm like a twig.
Old Zhao, Chairman Lin is shouting from below, asking when it will land.
Land? If we land now, everyone is finished. I stared at the keel, my brain calculating stress points, telling him this keel hanging in the air is a time bomb. Touch it and you're gone. Ground monitoring room. Even though Zhou Jian was fired, the police haven't arrived yet. He stared blankly at the screen, watching the keel begin to twist, As if grabbing his last lifeline, he lunged for the microphone.
Did you hear that, President Lin? Zhao is just stalling for time. He's playing you. At this wind speed, just forcing it to retract will stop it. He's just acting mysterious.
Zhou Jian roared, desperate to prove he was right.
Zhao Ping'an. Zhou Jian said, I can rein you in. Why haven't you moved?
Ha ha ha, Chairman Lin, go ahead and listen to him. Tighten it just 3 meters, and the main arms bolts will snap from the tension in a split second. Then this steel beam will bring the crane top down, crashing right into this room. Take a gamble if you want. See if Zhou Jian's mouth is tougher, or the crane's steel is.
The entire cab instantly tilted 15 degrees.
Zhou Jian, watch closely. You think you're dismissing someone with just $20,000? The one you sent away was this building's only chance at life. Now, the price of that life is interest you can't pay back in your lifetime.
Old Zhao, the guide wheel is smoking.
Old Liu's voice on the radio is already trembling with tears. The smell of burning from high-intensity friction means the steel cables high in the sky are being ground down until they snap.
I stare out the window, at that main girder, swaying in the gale, leaning nearly 30 degrees. On the tower, due to the extreme twisting force, every single bolt is letting out a sharp cracking sound. Spiderweb cracks appear on the glass before me. But I must hold steady. This is my battlefield.
In the command center, Zhou Jian is screaming into the microphone. But his so-called scientific system is already completely paralyzed. The highly educated technicians he hired are gathered around their screens, arguing. Some calculate stress, others check weather data, yet no one dares to issue an order.
Leader, the rescue team can't get up. The wind speed has exceeded all limits. Maybe we should cut the safety ropes and drop the keel. We need to save ourselves.
Bastard. There's a pedestrian street below. If 15 tons drop down, do you know how many people will be ruined? Zhou Jian, you are dragging all of us down with you.
Inside the viewing deck, the moguls have started to desperately write final letters to their families. The reinforced glass as the keel's shadow passes over. Dense hairline cracks have appeared. Just one more touch, and this room filled with fine wine and the scent of cigar will become a drafty tomb hundreds of meters high. Manager Zhou, stop embarrassing yourself. Your capital efficiency can't save lives, it only hurts people. Zhou Jian's voice stops abruptly. Even through the screen, I can feel that twisted face of his is trembling violently.
Zhao Ping'an, stop your sarcasm. You can't get down either. If the crane collapses, you're finished too.
Whether I'm gone or not is none of your business. Chairman Lin, once the rescue contract starts, I am the commander-in-chief here. Now, everyone shut up, or I'll just let go, and we'll all go out with a bang.
Listen to Master Zhao.
I take a deep breath and start performing moves that no one can understand. Instead of trying to steady the frame, I pull the rotating lever and let the crane's main arms sway slightly with the wind.
What is he doing? He's making it even worse.
Shut up.
Only I know what I'm doing. I'm looking for the right frequency. Old Liu, get the relief valve ready.
Brother Zhao, you're playing with fire.
At this moment, the crane's cabin is like a tiny boat in a storm.
Old Zhao, the crosswinds have peaked. The tilt has passed the 3-degree alarm line. It's breaking.
Zhao Ping'an, if you can stop this thing, the $5 million I promised, the $5 million I just promised, 10 million, I beg you, double it. Save us.
Chairman Lin, I'll take the money. But remember, this isn't to buy a life. It's to buy a new rule. From this day on, this industry listens to us veteran workers.
He's lost it. Doing everything in reverse. Zhao Ping'an, you're bringing this ruin on yourself. The tower crane is snapping. Haha, I'll take you down with me. Haha, I succeeded.
Da Meng, lower the hook 3 units.
Stop, stop, stop. President Zhao, the contract is now in effect. Finance, transfer the money to Kangchuang Company right now. $20 million, not a penny less.
Brothers, guys, pack it up. Steaks on the menu tonight. It's not over yet. Before Xiaowei passed out, due to pure terror, clutching blindly, he pulled the crane's emergency mechanical brake hard.
Old Zhao? Forget it. We've got the money. Let's get out of here. That last rope will last 10 minutes at most. The crane could collapse at any moment.
I'm Firmament Rescue's Zhao Ping'an. Since we signed the contract, we must finish the job. Zhou Jian, look closely. The hard labor you look down upon. What is it doing now? Chairman Lin, have them turn on the 540-meter fire cannons and spray water under the keel. I'll use the resistance to stabilize the center of gravity.
Do it, right now.
Old Zhao, there are still 3 minutes left.
That's enough. Start the power rotation, 10 degrees.
Capping successful.
What?
I was wrong. Brother Zhao, I was wrong. I'll refund the $8,000 to you. I'll give you 10 times that back. Ah.
Zhou Jian, that $8,000. I've already used it to buy everything you're so proud of. From this day on, someone like you doesn't deserve to stand at the top.
President Zhao, this money was well spent. My life, Lin, was saved by you.
Chairman Lin, the $5 million in the contract is for emergency. The extra $5 million is to buy your respect for the rules from now on.
Old Zhao, Master Zhao, please, plead for me with Chairman Lin. That $20,000, I'll return it to you. I'll give you $200,000. Just tell Chairman Lin that it was just the weather.
Zhou Jian, do you still not understand? The amount you deducted wasn't much. It was just enough for me to register my own company. You think you're just humiliating a useless old man, but you're actually digging a grave for your own career. If you had shown a little respect for that 600-meter high-altitude craft, if you hadn't disconnected the wind speed alarm, this $20 million would have been your profit. You personally handed this money over to me.
Take him away. President Zhao. The rest of the topping out construction at Cloud Center, as well as the maintenance for 3 other landmark specialty projects in the city.
Talk to old Liu about the contract. I'm only here to make sure your building doesn't collapse. As for collecting the payment, that's old Liu's problem.
Got it.
Master Zhao, that was awesome back there.
Old Wang, stop smoking these cheap things, and go to old Liu tomorrow to pick up a few packs. All right.
President Zhao, you're leaving already? Regarding the 10-year maintenance contract we discussed, legal has already finished the draft. Just the Cloud Center. All construction projects under my name, strictly for high-altitude operations, I plan to bundle them all for your Kangqiang company.
Chairman Lin, you need to understand something. My rates aren't cheap. My crew must receive the highest pay, and my equipment must be top tier. Whatever money you hope to save won't work with me.
Save money? After today, I never want to mention those words ever again. Just give me a nod. You set the price, and you set the rules.
There's only one rule. On this construction site, the craftsmen call the shots. Who dares cut the line? If anyone dares to dock even a single cent of wages, I'll shut down this entire building project.
Rest assured, from today onwards, over the Cloud Center project department, you have the power of a final veto.
Old Liu, you sign the contract and handle the details. Take half of that $20 million to share among the old brothers. Use the remaining half to buy the best hydraulic balancers and laser plummets.
Understood. President Zhao, leave it to me.
Old Wang, 20 lamb skewers, and 2 bottles of Daliangshan beer. The meat needs to be fresh. Don't try to fool me with that artificial junk.
Master Zhao. No, President Zhao. Don't you worry. I only serve the top shelf stuff for you.
I'm thinking maybe tomorrow I should go buy a better pair of insulated boots. From now on, there is only one kind of height I'll climb, and it might be higher than 600 centimeters.
President Zhao. That's $20,000 right there. It's more than just height. President Zhao, whenever the big bosses in the city see you now, we'll all have to go out of our way to offer a smoke. That $20,000 startup capital of yours is probably worth more than gold now.
This $20 million is just the beginning. Since I, Zhao Pingan, am already standing among the clouds, then the rules of this world should be rewritten by people like us, who have put in the hard work